everyone. So I work with AT&T on my blog reviewing phones, and so right now I have like probably about 5 to 6 different phones in my house, and this is the HTC One M9 that I'm going to test out. I have a pretty good Wi-Fi signal right now, so you can see the quality of the video with the HTC M1, the HTC One M9. Let me clean the camera right now. That is one thing, is that sometimes you have to clean that little camera because it does get dirty. This is the front camera. And so I'm going to let everybody come in. So if you are looking at buying a new phone, I'm going to do a few different tests today to show you the different phones. I'm going to stay in the one same spot, and I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible because the Wi-Fi does make a difference. And basically this way you can see what this camera is going to be like for you if you buy it. So this is the HTC One M9. I get to test out these phones. That's my compensation, is that I have these phones available to me. So far, let's see how it is. I think it's doing pretty good. From my side, it looks awesome. But I know that as we go, you'll see that there's a difference on your side. So this is the front camera. I'm using the front camera right now. And I'm going to show you, this is the regular camera. And so this is switching over. Now, I'll tell you, you can see my messy house. And you can see, actually, it does have an autofocus. And my house is actually pretty dark right now. It seems like it's really light, but this camera makes everything seem really light. Okay? And basically, when you're looking at phones, what you're going to be looking for is a newer phone, because they're going to have a better processor in them. You're going to want a phone that has a really good camera, especially the front camera, because what a lot of people don't realize is that's the camera that the phone companies kind of think of last. And some of the older phones are really not going to have a good front camera, because when they were created, a lot of these different services like FaceTime and Hangouts and things like that weren't created yet, so people weren't using the front camera very much except for selfies. So now, I did just do a scope for Perry Girls. It's live right now. Well, not live, but it's available for replay right now, where I talk about internet speed. You are going to want to test your internet speed before you think about buying a phone. Because if your internet speed is bad, no phone is going to help you. Okay? So, I am going to jump off, and I'm going to jump to my next phone. This is the S6 from Samsung. It's the Edge version, which I'm not in love with the Edge version, but this does come just regular as well, and it saves you a little bit of money. So yes, it works. It does work. It works really well. And I have a pretty good connection right now, so this is going to be a good example to you what this phone can do for you. And so I just tested out the HTC M9, this phone, and so if you want to see the quality of that camera, you can check it out. Now, I am Pepper. I blog at pepperscraps.com, and I love sharing about Android, and I am a really big advocate that I don't think you need to go buy a new phone, and if you do need to buy a new phone, it may be just that you need to update your Android. So I want to do a few of these tests to show you the different Androids and see how they work. Is it any better than, I have not tested the Sony Z1. So, Team Android, yes, yay! So, does it seem pretty good quality for you guys? Because obviously, for me, the camera is amazing on this phone. So, and it's been awesome because I've been really able to block a lot of these trolls. It's been fun. Okay. So, yes, the app did update, and I will be doing that. I haven't decided if I'm going to be doing that on Perry Girls or on here. And so this is the front camera on the Samsung S6, and that is going to be a big difference. And I'm going to show you, this is the front camera. And a lot of older cameras don't have very good front cameras because you got to remember that we didn't use them very much when we didn't have FaceTime or Hangouts or Periscope. So now the companies are catching up, realizing that this front camera is actually really important. So I'm going to switch it around for you guys so you can see the regular camera. So this is the regular camera. This is a kind of semi-dark room. And actually it does pretty good lighting it up for you. It's a very messy room. You can ignore that for me. And so you can see, you know, look at the detail. Can you read all of our games and things? So this will give you kind of an idea of what this camera will do for you. Like especially if you're doing like walk-arounds or tours around town. So, and then again, we're back to the front camera. And this is when you would be talking to people. If you do a lot of periscopes where you're talking to people, that front camera is the most important. And now we are using my husband's phone, which is a Nexus 6. And so far, I don't have a lot of people in here. I had a lot of people in with the S6, so it may be the phone, I'm not sure. But I'll take a look at the video afterwards and I'll be comparing all of them as well. So, okay, so this is the front camera. This is the camera, like if you do a lot of talking periscopes, this is the one that you're going to be using. And I'm going to switch around here so that you can see, hey, this is my dirty house. But you can compare, this will be what the back camera is, like if you do a lot of tours around a town or things like that, or if you show your screen, you can see, can you see those names on those games, things like that. So this is what this phone will behave for you. Now when you're buying a new phone, you have to consider the processor in the phone is going to affect it, your internet's going to affect it, and the camera's going to affect it. So there's a few things that you need to research on these. Okay. So, this is the Nexus 9, and so this is the front camera on it. It's probably a little bit lower quality than the other ones because tablets are kind of, you know, not meant for a lot of like videoing. They did consider Hangouts and FaceTime when they did create this tablet, so they do have the front and back cameras. So, this is the front camera on this one. I use this every so often, like I said, when my phone's dying, if I need a bigger screen for something, or if I need to show you my other phone for some reason. So now I'm going to show you the backside camera, the regular camera. This is the regular camera, and even I can see that the quality is not the same as the other phones that I showed you. This is my messy house. And then this is some games. I have some text there so you can see if people can read the text. Things like that, so you can see the quality of this camera. Now, this is obviously not something that you're going to buy for Periscope, but I wanted to still put that comparison out there so that if you happen to have a Nexus 9, or if you were considering buying a tablet as well and you wanted something that would still work with Periscope, that you could see what your quality would be with it. So I am trying out the LG, and I want to try it on Periscope, see how it is for quality. I've actually tested out about 6 other phones, 5 or 6 other phones, and I'm going to do a YouTube video where it's all together so you can see them back to back. But I wanted to make sure and get a Periscope in for this one to try it out so that you guys can see it. So the LG, I've heard, has an amazing camera. So far it has really good battery. I forgot to plug it in yesterday and I still have a third of a battery, which is pretty good for an Android phone. This is the LG, and we're going to take a look at it this way. You can see me. It's pretty actually bright in here, so this is pretty good lighting. And then I'm going to show you my very messy office, but that's just so you can see the front camera and see what that is like for it. So no judging on my room. So I'm working on my computer. I'm going to be working on my planner today. And so you can see it's actually pretty good on my side. Now I did not test my Wi-Fi, so if it's a little glitchy, it could be my Wi-Fi. But so far I'm liking this phone. So I've done a few different phones. If you're interested in seeing some of those, you can go on my Catch at catch.me/unicornbeauty and you can check out those. And then again, like I said, I am going to go ahead and make a video of all of them